Back when I was living on fast food, I learned that it's not fast. Cooking a high nutritious meal will take the same amount of time as me going to grab some fast food from a drive-thru. But the difference is cooking your own meals at home will give you 100 times more nutrients and guarantee fat loss. In this video, I'll be showing you that you don't need to turn to unhealthy options. All you need is 30 minutes and the ingredients are probably sitting in your fridge. I've made the transition of cooking and eating animal-based foods for almost a year, and the results that I've been able to achieve are insane, along with having stable energy levels with minimal time in the kitchen. Now, let me show you how to do it. We're gonna be cooking some steak and frites with some peppercorn sauce, because I know some people are bougie like that and they just like to have sauces with their steak. Me, I can have it on itself. And we're gonna be cooking some crispy chicken tacos. So these are two amazing options. They're gonna take 30 minutes and barely any effort. So let's get started. If you're someone that's easy to satisfy like me, this steak and beef tallow frites is something that you can have every day. The amazing thing about this meal is that it never fails, which is what's gonna keep you consistent. It's got high protein and it's got an amazing source of carbs from the potatoes. There's so many good ways to pair beef and potatoes, but this is just the best way. And it looks like a high-end dish and it tastes like one too. Before we prepare the beef and cook it, we're gonna start with the potatoes because that's literally the longest part of this process. So we're gonna cut them up into small fries. Now we have our perfectly cut fries. What we're gonna do is we're gonna soak them. We're gonna wash them out so we can just get out all that starch. Then we're gonna let that soak for about 10 minutes. Okay, now that the potatoes are done soaking, we're gonna pat them dry so that we don't have any excess water as we're cooking these. And then we're just gonna place them in the air fryer. Now with the fries, beef tallow, all right? We're not gonna be using no olive oils because that stuff gets rancid. When you cook olive oil, it goes bad. It ends up as bad as something like seed oils, sunflower oil, rapeseed oil, whatever you use on your day-to-day basis. Get rid of it. Use something like beef tallow. It tastes amazing and is gonna create an amazing crisp on the fries. After the fries are done, we're gonna season it. So we'll probably be putting some salt. I'm gonna sprinkle it with a bit of Parmesan because I just like the taste, and a bit of garlic powder. Okay, shake it around. In it goes. Air fry. Now we're gonna leave that for 20 minutes and we're gonna start preparing the steak. Hey, and listen, as you're cooking, clean up your area so that it just makes things more efficient and you don't have to deal with so much mess all over the table. All right, now, so as the fries are cooking, we're going to prepare this steak. So I got me a nice ribeye. Look at the marbling on that, it's beautiful. What we wanna do is pat it dry on both sides so that we can get rid of any moisture. This is gonna help the seasoning stick and also get a really good sear on it while we're cooking it. That's a beautiful steak. Look at that marbling. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the seasoning. We got salt, garlic powder, and pepper. We wanna generously add seasoning on this. We just want good flavor, right? Hey, and listen, make sure you're touching meat with one hand and seasoning with the other. I don't want to be touching meat and then after put my hand in the seasoning. Afterwards, that contaminates. We want to keep the hygiene level at optimal level. We want to really push it in there so that all the seasoning sticks. bit more salt. Now we do the same to the other side. Because this is not really a thick cut of meat, you probably want to start cooking this around when the fries hit a 10-minute mark, so that everything kind of comes out ready at the same time. And remember, as it's seasoned, we don't want to leave it out for too long because salt draws moisture. So if we leave it for too long, afterwards the steak will get its moisture back and we won't get a good sear. Now I'm just going to let the pan heat up so that it can be ready for the steak to go on there. The best way to know when the pan is ready is you splash some water. Look, and when it starts dancing around like that, that's when you know the pan is ready. So this is our time. So now we add the beef tallow. See, look, now you can see it's starting to reach its smoke point, so the pan is hot. All right, we're gonna grab the steak and we're gonna lay it away from us, okay? This way, not this way, all right? And we're gonna leave it there for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. If you could smell this right now, this is gonna taste amazing. You really want to be patient with this. Don't start touching things because it's just gonna make the cook uneven. Just let it do its thing, all right? All right, so it's been about 3 minutes. You are not ready for this sear. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that sear, please. Oh my God. That is a crispy. That was roughly around 3 minutes. It does look like it cooked quite a lot on one side, so we're gonna leave on this side for a bit less time. Now some people say, oh, that's burnt, that's burnt. No, that is a crust. Okay, that is what you're looking for in a steak. Do you know how much flavor this is gonna have? I'm gonna devour this steak. And the smell that's coming off of this right now, psh. When I see food, I just can't resist it. I'll eat it right now like this. That flavor is just insane. All right, so it's been about 1 minute 30 seconds. It's developed a good crust. Still a bit soft, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna turn off the heat. Take off the heat. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna let the steak rest for a little bit. I'm gonna let the pan cool down, and then we're gonna add a bit of butter. Actually, no, I don't want to ruin it. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this steak rest. We're gonna leave it for a couple minutes so all the juices are retained. And now I'm gonna show you how to make that peppercorn sauce. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut up 1 shallot. This is how you really finely dice a shallot, all right? What you wanna do, you see these layers? See how it has layers? We're gonna unveil the layers. Boom, like that, right? So we have the layers, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna stack them on top of each other, all right? Like this. Then what you wanna do, you wanna flatten it, all right? Make sure it's flat. You know what, let me use a cutting board for this. You flatten it, then Boom, just like that. You see how thinly sliced that is? So then after, we get our little twiglets and then we go long the other way. Boom. Look how finely diced that is. Look at that. That's how you finally cut these shallots. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put this aside. I recommend you get another cutting board, but I just don't want to make so much of a mess. Then we're gonna grab a garlic, smash it. We're gonna use 3 cloves. All right. Now the quickest way to peel a garlic, people start smashing it and all these things. You can't just do it like this. You cut it from the bottom and you just peel it. Use the knife. The knife is your best friend. There you go, that's 1. That's 2. Now listen, if you're really someone that doesn't have any time in the world, okay, just do this. Smash it, and boom, the skin is gone. I just like to be a bit more elegant with it sometimes. A bit more easier to slice up as well. All right, so now, with all the juices we have from the steak in the pan, all right, we're gonna grab our shallots, slap them in there. Our diced garlic, and then we're just gonna sweat those down a little bit. After that's cooked down a little bit, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the pepper in there as well, because this is peppercorn sauce. About that much. It needs to be roughly 2 tablespoons. Then we add 1/3 of a spoon of heavy cream. Then we're just gonna let that simmer for a bit. All right, so it has thickened up a little. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add a bit of lemon. Just a little bit. Hey, listen, you're a chef. You need to taste your product. That's bussin'. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a bit of salt. It definitely needs a little bit of salt. Okay, we give it another taste. A bit more salt. Oh yeah, that's good. That's perfect. So yeah, adjust the taste with salt. Now we're gonna go check out the fries. Okay, now the fries are nice and crispy and ready. Some salt, garlic powder, and some Parmesan cheese. Mix that up. Just look at that cut of meat right there. That is perfectly cooked. And there you have it. Steak frites with peppercorn sauce, garlic and parmesan, beef tallow frites with an amazing medium rare steak. This is a go-to. You can eat this every day and it's super easy to make. Now, the amazing thing about this steak and fries is that you stay full and satisfied. It holds so much nutrients, and then after you will get leaner without even having to track calories. Dinner is stress-free because it's so easy to make, and then fat loss becomes consistent. Also, it will aid your recovery so it can give you all the energy you need for your next gym session. But maybe you want to switch it up. Let me show you how I make my crispy chicken tacos that are all natural and have gut healthy ingredients. Also has so much nutrients that will make you a powerhouse, just like this meal right here. After you made that meal, maybe you realize that nutrition isn't that hard. It should taste good in order for you to be successful in your fitness journey. But if you haven't started making it already, you just need a little push and guidance in the right direction. Whether you're new to fitness and nutrition or experienced, there's a reason you're watching this video today. So if you want a helping hand from me through every step of your journey, click the link in the description where you can book a free 15-minute call with me so you can start making every gym session and every meal count. Okay, now we're gonna be making the crispy chicken tacos. Listen, get ready to be addicted to these tacos. I'm using an all-natural tortilla, okay, no seed oils, no preservatives. Everything in this meal is gonna be gut healthy. We are going to be using chicken thighs. They hold a lot more flavor and nutrients compared to a breast. First, we're gonna cut the thighs into cubes. Remember, you want to be using one hand for the meat, one hand for the cutting. You don't want to contaminate things. Okay, now that the chicken is diced up, what we're going to do is we're going to season it, okay? First, and the most important thing, all right, is we're going to add some kefir, all right? This is technically like a yogurt, but it has a lot of good gut benefits and also got good protein as well. So we're going to pour that in there. Also tenderizes it pretty well, but that's if you prepare this chicken overnight, right, and you leave it with this, it will tenderize it quite a lot. But we're gonna be cutting it up into small pieces, so you don't have to worry about that. So next, we're gonna season it with cumin, hot chili powder, smoked paprika, and oregano. I'm gonna put some salt, not too much. We'll add a bit later if it needs some. And garlic powder. And then grab a glove if you need to and mix it up. All right, that's now nice and mixed in. We've got a good seasoning and it's evenly been distributed. The amazing thing about this meal is that because of the thighs, we're gonna have some cheese, which you get some good dairy, and you get these healthy tortilla chips, so it's a good source of carbs. This is an all-round perfect meal. You get the protein, you get the dairy, the fats, and the carbs. All these things are necessary for a healthy diet, for fat loss, for any type of progress in the gym. To get stronger, you need all of these things. Now we're gonna heat up the pan. We're gonna put it on medium-high heat. And we're just gonna let that heat up. Now, while we're waiting for the pan to heat up, we're gonna cut up some onions and also prepare a sauce. Also, the best way to peel an onion, right? So you cut the top end off, not the root. The root is what is gonna make you cry, okay? So we wanna cut the top bit off. And normally the first layer of skin isn't the best, so you'll see me peel off an extra layer. But we wanna cut a line in 4 ways, right? So we wanna, like this. Then watch this. Boom. Like I said, the first layer isn't that great. It's always got like some rusty mold or whatever the hell it is. Normally, you know it's good when you have that shiny purple layer, right? That's the part you want to see. Boom, and it's just like that. You just peel it off, nice and easy. Perfect. Now, what we're gonna do to dice it up, right? Cut it in half through the root, okay? Just listen, man up a little bit, all right? You might cry, but it's all right. Just hold it in. Boom. We want to cut it long ways this way, nice and thin, and boom. That's your diced onions, nice and fine. And that's what we're gonna use in our chicken. Now for the sauce, right? I'm gonna put this aside. So for the sauce, what you need, Again, some kefir. And then we're just gonna literally add the same seasonings as we did before. Chili powder, oregano, cumin. I'm doing roughly a teaspoon for each one. We don't want to overly season it, otherwise it'll become too strong. Then yeah, just mix it up. Oh yeah, that's good. If you want to cut up some, if you want to cut something else, put something in there, I'll probably season it with a bit of salt. I just like salt. Salt just tastes good with anything. All right, now the sauce is ready, so we're gonna start cooking the chicken. For some nice flavor, what I'm gonna do is add some ghee. All right, you don't have to, but I just like the taste of ghee. Or if you don't have ghee, put some butter. Woo! Yes, boy. So now, because it's got a liquid in it, we are gonna need it to reduce. That's why we kind of need it on a high heat. If we put it on a low heat, it will just take forever. The point of this is to make it quick, easy, and have high nutrients. Probably turn up the heat even more. I'm an impatient guy. I just like to get things done quick. Especially with how good this is gonna taste. Now, after cutting up those onions, now with that we have a bit more time to spare, we're gonna cut up some parsley, okay? These are the things that we're gonna put inside the tacos so we can add a bit of flavor and also a bit of color. The best thing to do when you're cutting like leafy greens is you wanna bunch them up, right? You bunch them up so you don't lose control, okay? Normally people detach parsley leaves from the stem, but like I said, I just can't be bothered for that, right? And then you just cut it. Boom. So that's what we got right now. We got some cut up red onions and some parsley. This is what we're gonna use when we put inside the tacos. So for now, we're just gonna let that chicken finish. Now I'm gonna clean up a little. As you're cooking this, try to mash it up a little bit, make it kind of shredded. Okay, the chicken is now ready. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put it aside and we're gonna start preparing the tacos. Scrape as much of that seasoning from the bottom as possible. Wipe the pan clean. I'm gonna be using the same pan. You can use a different one if you like, but you know, one pan means less cleanup time. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna add some more ghee. Then we're gonna slap our tortilla on there, get it a bit glazed. Now we're gonna fill it up with that chicken and some of that cheese. Fold it in on itself and just let it cook. These are going to be some big tacos. I did not get the smallest tortillas, but you know what, man? Go big or go home. If your portions aren't big, you're not going to get big. Alright, so sometimes using a non-stick pan can get a bit difficult, right? I'm using a stainless steel pan, and you know what? I think before you start, just lube up the pan as much as possible because it has so much residue and the tortilla gets a bit stuck. So we're gonna make this process as quick as possible, right? add the cheese first so it melts. Then we're gonna add the chicken. Then we're gonna fold it in. What we wanna do, we wanna compress it as much as possible. Okay, now the tacos are ready. Listen, you can make them crispier than I did. I just didn't want to make a mess. The pan was getting a bit messy and it would have stuck all over the place and it wouldn't have turned out the way I wanted it to, right? So look, add our onions, bit of greens, and there you go. You got your crispy chicken tacos. The amazing thing about these crispy chicken tacos is that they feel like a cheat meal almost, which will actually make you feel more excited to have dinner. That way, fat loss actually feels like fun rather than a chore. No calorie counting and no stress involved. Just a little bit of time and commitment to see results that you've always wanted and you've been chasing endlessly for. That ends today. Now listen, if you continue to just keep going for easy options and you don't at least take that little bit of time to commit and make your own food, you'll miss out on nutrients that supports hormonal health and miss out on fat loss. Also, you feeling lazy can cause you to skip meals, which will lead to bad recovery, feeling weaker and no energy. And you will continue to stick to unhealthy fast food options that are ruining your progress in the gym. So these are the 2 meals that you can make for fat loss and it only takes 30 minutes. Try one tonight and you'll see how easy eating for fat loss can really be. But let's be real, even the best dinners won't change your body unless you have the right training plan. Click on this video right here where I speak about training smarter is better than training harder, which reduces time in the gym and maximizes results. But if you're someone that's confused and you've seen hundreds of videos of workout plans causing you to constantly change your routine and putting you in a plateau, I've got a better solution for you. Most people overtrain, under-recover, and follow random workout plans that don't match their nutrition. That's why they stay stuck, even if their diet is clean. That's why I built my Training Less blueprint. It shows you how to train less, recover better, and grow faster, while still maintaining a lean physique. Click the link in the description where you can book a free 15-minute call with me and I can help you with your next steps. I'll see you there.